Hello and a very, very good evening. My name's Sean Ryan. You are, of course, watching the Planet Cruise TV show. Now, this show is all about finding you the perfect cruise. This hour, we've got 6 fantastic deals. Many of them are exclusive to Planet Cruise. And, you know, we've got balloons because this week we're celebrating our 400th show. Wow, 400 shows. Keith's with me, of course.
Sean, I'm getting emotional.
I know.
I'm at 400 shows.
Amazing.
And you look as young now as the day when it first started, Sean. Botox is such a wonderful thing, isn't it? It's incredible.
We've actually... What do I say? We are going to show a clip of me from several years ago, but before we do, we've actually got a prize draw running as well if you book a cruise tonight or on Friday's show. Now, with it being our 400th show this week, we thought it'd be appropriate for one of the lucky viewers to win $400 or £400. And all you need to do is book a cruise either Tonight's show or Friday's show as well. Now, you were saying that I've won very well over the years. Is that right, Keith?
You've won very, very well. Absolutely. And you really have.
Well, shall we see what I look like all those years ago when we first started? And you can
hello there, and a very, very good evening to each and every one of you. Now, sadly, this is the penultimate show this year from Planet Cruise. However, here's the good news.
Well, the good news is we're now on to our 400th show. I tell you what, I think I look better now, Keith.
You look younger now. It's incredible. I don't know what's happened, Sean. You look younger now than you did right back then. When was that?
Do you know what? I'll tell you what's happened. Since then, I've been on 20 cruises, and I've come back rejuvenated, regenerated. That's what it is.
Been around the world several times.
Now, the prize draw, by the way, we'll give you the correct details. So here they are. You can win either £400 or $400 onboard spend to celebrate our 400th show week on Ideal World. And everyone that books a cruise featured in tonight's show will be entered into that prize draw to win either £400 or $400, depending rather on the cruise that you book. Now, why Planet Cruise? We have been very successful here on Ideal World, but there are many, many reasons for that. And we've just got a quick list there. But, Keith, the fact that all of our cruise experts, they've got first-hand knowledge.
Absolutely. Like myself, everyone that works for the company's either had a background in the cruise industry working on the ships or cruises regularly.
Yes.
And that's so important. You're getting information from the horse's mouth. And we've got a 97% customer feedback rating, Sean, online at the moment, which is an incredibly high feedback rating.
I mean, it certainly is in today's day and age to get that high rating.
It really is. That
shows
number
the
of
standard,
people to say that they had an excellent service. And, you know, I mean, I booked my first cruise recently. The service I received was absolutely first rate. And as you can see, your money's APTOL and ATOL bonded. We tailor-make your cruise holidays. We give you unbiased advice because we're not particularly affiliated with any particular one line. And we're open 7 days a week for you as well.
Are. And the phone line's open tonight until 10:30, of course, as well. Now, Keith and I... That's not a good picture of you there, Keith.
I know it's not. I have actually mentioned that. Just put that one off the... That's a really old photo, isn't it?
It looks like your hair's been painted on. But anyway, you can always send your cruising questions to Planet Cruise, of course, because we're going to be at the live event, aren't we?
That's right, yes, we're going to be there a week on Sunday, and anyone can come along if anyone wants to. It's a free event. All you need to do is register online, and we'd love to see you. We're going to be doing our Q&A, chance for you to ask any questions. So get thinking. If there's a question you want to ask us, please start thinking. It can be about the cruise industry. It can be about Sean and I, whatever you want it to be, you know. It can be about who is actually, you know, wearing the yellow pants and the red pants on the cake.
Yeah, this is our cake to celebrate our 400th episode. It's Princess, isn't it?
It is a princess, I know.
Yeah.
We've
got Shane Riley coming up on the show later from Princess Cruises.
So we've got many princesses on the show.
I tell you what, we've been arguing about who's who on the cake, but we've clearly labelled it now.
Blatantly, I'm in the red pants.
No, you're in the yellow.
I'm blatantly in the red pants.
You're definitely in the yellow.
Why am I the one in the yellow?
Because that's your hair, and you. Well, I'm not going to say any more, but that's you. Yeah, that's me. Trim and svelte.
All right, if that's the case, then actually, you are the one in the red because you're absolutely knocked out with gin and tonics.
I'm a bit pasty compared to you as well. Anyway, we've got a brilliant show, and we really want you to book a cruise tonight. Loads to come, but we're going to start off with our first cruise with Thomson. And every time we ever bring Thomson, always a top seller.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a great company, British-based company. I worked for them for 6 years as a cruise director, and I've been on board some of their ships recently as well.
Well, let's have a little look.
With its uniquely British product, small intimate ships, a great range of cruise and stay options, all tips included, an unrivaled number of regional airports you can fly from, plus a generous baggage allowance, it's little wonder that Thomson Cruises is turning heads. They boast one of the highest levels of repeat passengers in the industry, and after 6 years working for them, I can tell you why. They are without doubt the friendliest ships afloat. Some friends of mine who cruise a lot always pack 2 sizes of clothing. One for the start of the cruise, thank you, and one for the end. And once you've tasted the food on board, you'll understand why. It's international cuisine with a British twist. And with open sitting as standard, you won't need to rush trying to keep to the ship schedule. You can set the pace and enjoy up to 7 meals a day. Trust me, it's possible. Whether it's a freshly pulled pint in a nightclub or sipping a cocktail of the day poolside, each of the bars on board Thomson ships enjoys a unique and special personality. With honest low prices, juggling waiters and service with a smile, you're never more than 2 minutes walk away from a refreshing aperitif. The Thomson Cruises has some of the best entertainment afloat. In a 2-week cruise, you'll see no fewer than 10 full production shows and some great comedy from award-winning UK guest artists. Add to that fantastic interactive game shows, cabarets and all singing, all dancing deck parties, and you really won't want to go back to your cabin. There is lots and lots of choice with the accommodation on board Thomson ships, from insides through to stunning suites. All are en suite, offer 24-hour room service and 2 turn-downs a day. The only surprise you're going to encounter is what your hand towel will be transformed into when you return every night. My favourite was always the monkey with the sunglasses. A bit sweaty in that photo, aren't I? Look at it. I'm so excited about being back on board. You know?
But we always have a great response whenever we have Thomson Cruises on board. Now, this is quite unique, actually, because it's a repositioning cruise, isn't it?
It is, which means it's even better value than the normal for Thomson. Thomson are known for their value, and it's a great chance to do a very unique itinerary, Sean.
Well, it starts off with a flight from the UK to Corfu, then you have transfer from the airport to the port, and you board the Majesty, and it's actually an 11-night cruise.
That's right, so amazing price for 11 nights. Now, your first port of call is going to be Kefalonia. Augustoli is the port. Think of Captain Corelli's mandolin. It's one of the Greek Ionian Islands, and it's where, of course, much of that film was shot, and it's an incredible place. Tree-studded hills, beautiful soaring coastal cliffs and vineyards, and honey-hued sands kissed by these turquoise waters. Okay, we're then going to move on to Messina, which is basically your chance to go to Sicily, the island of the Godfather, the island of Brando and De Niro. You can follow their footsteps and do a wonderful Godfather tour, maybe try some of the wonderful Sicilian ice cream, head up, of course, to the wonderful village of Taormina and look at Mount Etna framed perfectly from the theatre. But it's an amazing place. I would definitely recommend, if you can, to get a chance to do the railway, and that literally takes you around the slopes of Mount Etna, and it's really picturesque. Then we're going on to Naples. This is the most red-blooded city in the whole of Italy. It's almost, the people there almost consider themselves to be in a different country. And you get that feeling, and it's an incredible gateway to so many other places in Naples. You've got a great chance to go through to the Amalfi Coast, to Capri, and of course to Mount Vesuvius and Sorrento. Okay, then we're going through to Spain. So now we've gone from Italy through to Spain. It's Cartagena, tucked into a deep bay, and this is a great opportunity for you to enjoy. Maybe go out to La Manga, or to go and enjoy the golf and glamour. And then
You missed off Rome.
We have missed Rome. Yeah, I apologise. We have missed Rome. I'm so excited there. So Rome, to mention Rome beforehand, which of course people know is the Eternal City. People like Leonardo and Michelangelo and the popes, of course. It's a Renaissance city. So that's, of course, Rome. We feature Rome a lot in the shows anyway, so people I'm sure know about Rome. Apologies for that. And of course, a chance to walk through the wonderful Colosseum and the Roman Forum in the footsteps of people like Julius Caesar and many others. Then, of course, after Rome, that's when you go over to Spain, do Cartagena, which we've already talked about. Great chance to enjoy the beaches and the expat paradise of La Manga before you go through to Gibraltar. And this, of course, I always say, as Larry Lee mentioned, is a slice of Portsmouth, basically sliced off and then rowed 500 miles south. And it's a great chance to go and visit these cheeky chaps, the Barbary apes, and go and have a photo with them. They are quite cheeky. They will occasionally kind of try and pinch things off you, so do keep your valuables close. And explore inside the rock as well. There's miles of road inside the rock. There's the siege tunnels. There's those great caves like this, St Michael's Cave. And of course, this is the land of the duty-free. It's the land of, basically walking down the highway there, and you've got so many great bargains. Whether you smoke, whether you drink, whatever you want, it's all there. Okay, then we're going through to Lanzarote. We're now in the Canary Islands. 355 days of sun a year. Arrecife, Lanzarote, 70 miles off the coast of Africa, beautiful and hot, lunar landscape, it's legendary. Planet of the Apes was filmed here back in the 70s, enormous dormant volcanoes, the mountains of fire, which are very, very famous, and again, gorgeous miles of beach.
And I'm just thinking, even though it's been to November when you're here, you're going to get those great temperatures.
Still heat, yes.
Yeah.
One of the places that you can go if you're not going to go too long haul, not go too far, you can still get good heat in the Canaries at this time of year. Then we're going to Gran Canaria, and again, golden dunes drenched in year-round sunshine, rugged mountains hiding these pretty villages. You've got the Bandama crater, one of the few inhabited volcanic craters in the world, the Christopher Columbus Museum, if you like your history, and of course the Arucas Mountains with the banana plantations and much, much more. It's an amazing island.
And then back, of course, to Tenerife, where you disembark and you're flown back to the UK. Talking of flights, we're going to mention that we have got quite a big selection of flights available as well, and we'll show those in a few moments' time. But you're going to be aboard this fantastic ship. I mean, you always say with Thomson that the atmosphere is great. It's very relaxed, isn't it?
Very, very relaxed. It's a British atmosphere, British style entertainment. You know, the crew are super friendly. Plus, all your tips are included in the price. So, you know, it really is an amazing service, and there's a smile around every corner for you.
Now, we've got, first of all, an exclusive offer to Planet Cruise. And honestly, whenever we feature Thomson, there's a massive response. This is exclusive today at 649. Return flights now, we've got a choice there. London, Gatwick, Manchester, Glasgow, East Midlands or Newcastle. They're all included in this price of 649.
Which is brilliant.
But we have got flights from other airports with just small supplements. So, you know, if you think, oh, those airports aren't close to me, we have got more available there for just small supplements as well. Keith, I think that's a great start to the show.
It really is, and it's so rare to have so many different airports that you can fly from at that price point as well. So this
makes
is
it really easy, doesn't it?
Really, really good.
But we better move on, because our next cruise is with Celebrity. And I know, Keith, you just booked your Celebrity cruise, haven't
I have
you?
my first cruise I've booked as a paying passenger, and I booked it with Celebrity.
So no filming, no working?
No working. It's the first time ever. I'll be on a ship, and I will just be on holiday. I'll be there with my lady, my beautiful lady, and it'll be her first cruise as well.
You will have a brilliant time.
It'll be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
it'll be
anyway,
amazing.
we know that you'll have a fantastic time with Celebrity. And here's Keith when he was working, not cruising, to tell you more.
With exceptional levels of service and a crew-to-guest ratio of 1 to 2, and well-designed and easy-to-navigate ships, and a decor that's both sophisticated and contemporary, this is a cruise line who offer a very real sense of modern luxury. Celebrity Cruises have always pushed the boat out when it comes to dining, not just in the sheer choice, but also the quality of the food that they offer. Experience saver menus pairing classic and contemporary selections from casual al fresco dining through to the stunning main dining room. And of course, there's an appetizing range of quirky, excellent specialty restaurants. Matching a bar to your mood is what Celebrity does best. And there's a great range of beverage and wine packages offering great value. You can top up the tan while enjoying a margarita by the pool, or use your Sea Pass card and help yourself to another great glass of vino in Cellar Masters. You can soak up the sounds of the big band in the Passport Bar, or try one of the 64 craft beers available on board. My favourite, though, has to be here at the Molecular Bar, where tasting the work of the liquid chef will engage all your senses. Life on board Celebrity Cruises is an opportunity for you to enjoy your holiday just as you want it. From relaxing by the pool with a good book to a whole host of exhilarating and unique experiences, the choice really is yours. Cooking competitions, mixology classes, dance and language classes, informative lectures, and behind-the-scenes access to the inner workings of a modern-day cruise ship. When the sun sets, Celebrity ships come alive with a dazzling selection of bars, lounges, nightclubs and casinos. You can relax with a cocktail, meet new friends, take to the dance floor or hit the casino tables. But keep an eye out for the interactive theme parties. You may even find dancers in exquisite costumes suddenly appear to entertain you. There's West End style theatre shows, dance, comedy, magic, music and an extraordinary front row seat waiting just for you. On a Celebrity cruise, luxury comes as standard. There are 6 different varieties to choose from and over 85% have a private balcony. The design is smart, fresh and contemporary, and all offer a great range of sumptuous amenities such as fluffy bathrobes, deluxe toiletries, Egyptian cotton bed linen, and 24-hour complimentary room service. From comfortable inside staterooms to these gorgeous suites which feature floor-to-ceiling windows, panoramic balconies and your very own private butler. Trust me, once you've unpacked, you won't ever want to leave.
Well, I know Keith's going to have a great time. I do need to let everybody know, just before we go into the details of this, we have got very limited availability for the lead dates. If you do want that price of $899, which is incredible for Celebrity, I'm going to urge you to book tonight because we have very little space available. Right then, Keith. Lovely itinerary as well.
Amazing itinerary. Yeah, no, we are doing and we have done some of these ports, so I will leave a couple of them out. But of course, you're flying through to Rome, and then you're going to get on board this wonderful ship for 10 nights, and then you're heading off. Your first port of call is Sicily again. I've just talked about Messina, so we'll move on from there. But an amazing island. And if you ever do want any more information, get in touch. Email us, tweet us, get in touch. I'm happy to help. Relaxing day at sea as you head out from Sicily, and then you go to Mykonos, an amazing island. I know it's one of your favourites, Sean.
Love it.
And it's a beautiful island full of stunning beaches, whether you want a beach day, whether you go and want to explore Chora, which is the little place where you dock, which was basically designed to confuse pirates. So it's a beautiful place to wander around. Sit in a taverna, have a Greek salad, go and see these wonderful 16th century windmills that dot the island, go and see Patronus the Pelican, who's the mascot, and has a full-time carer. Get this, a full-time carer to look after him. No wonder the Greek economy is struggling. There we go. And then after that, you've got a chance also to wander down Little Venice.
And it's just stunning, isn't it?
It is an amazing island, it really, really is. Now, okay, so from there, you're then going over to Crusies in Turkey. This is an incredible chance to now go to a completely different country and have a chance to go through to Ephesus, one of the best preserved classical cities in the world, with the famous Celsus Library, wonderful frescoes into the walls as you walk around, St John the Baptist, many other great people, including Alexander the Great, believed to have stayed here. And if you don't want that, go shopping. It's the land of the genuine fake. Crusies, you can buy anything you want, but don't believe it's right. Those Rolex watches are Bolex watches, and it's great for beaches. Try my local cherries, they're stunning. Okay, then we're going through to Rhodes. This is baked in more hours of sunshine than any other Greek island. A fascinating past, an amazing place for you to go in, and literally where you dock, this huge citadel was built by the Knights of St John, the Hospitallers. It dates back to the 14th century, built in beautiful sandstone. Or you can go down to Lindos. This is the interior here. That's basically the bit that's a bit busier because you've got the shops, but you've got whole streets like that which look like they're straight out the 14th century. It's quite incredible. You've also got Falaraki Beach if you want to go and have a bit of a party, do the jet ski kind of, Giros thing.
I'm too old for that, Keith.
Now, then we go to Santorini. I'm going to talk about Santorini later because it features on one of our other deals before we then go through to Athens. Piraeus is the port. It's as old as Athens itself. And, of course, Athens is incredible. It's the capital of Greece, overlooked by the mighty Parthenon, which sits on top of the Acropolis. It stood there for over 2,000 years. It's sun-bleached. Wandering up for the views is incredible. And, of course, then you can wander down to the ancient Agora, the marketplace, where people like Socrates and Plato used to declaim. You can go shopping, go and see the changing of the guard, the wonderful high-kicking display. And if you get a chance, again, it's a wonderful chance to head out to just the local area and soak up. In fact, Philippolapis Hill is a great local place where lots of local Greeks go out there for a picnic. Okay, then you're going through relaxing day at sea before you go back to Naples. I've already talked about Naples, so I won't repeat that. And then you go from Naples back to Rome. Again, any more details, do get in touch. I'll be happy to talk in more detail.
But, I mean, I think it'd be beautiful ports in this one.
Yeah.
And actually, I am going to say, my favourite ship, the Celebrity Reflection.
Incredible ship.
She's
Part of the
beautiful.
Solstice class, designed, lots of light flowing into her, and it's amazing lawn at the top.
I've got to say, my favourite bar, just to show you,
The Sunset Bar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
on an
great.
evening, sunset coming down, the sun coming down rather, mood lighting, great music.
Beautiful,
along.
isn't it?
Oh,
And again, it is modern
wonderful.
luxury with Celebrity. You've got a great chance there. You can go through to the Persian Garden. You can go and buy yourself a new iPad at tax-free prices and pay in American dollars and save yourself loads of money. And the food with Celebrity is so good, Sean. It's so, so good. It's the only time I've ever been beaten.
Now, something you do need to know, that price there, $899, very, very limited, as I mentioned. We have got free upgrades from Ocean View to Balcony, and that's on all the dates we've got available. All your return flights are included as well. And as ever, with Planet Cruise, we can always find you flights from other UK airports as well. Just ask the team, and they'll do their very, very best to help. Price-wise, let me just show you the other dates, because we have actually got dates in July, August, and September as well. But the lowest price there is on the 11th of September there, $899. but we have got free upgrades you'll see there from Ocean View to Balcon. I tell you what, Keith, the concierge price is really good as well.
It's
isn't
really
it?
good, and I would recommend people to go. You know, if you can, you know, go for the concierge class. I've booked Aqua Class recently, and it's a really good way of getting all these little extras that you're seeing here: the priority check-in, the welcome gift, the exclusive tote bag, you know, the custom blended shower gel that I know you love so much, Sean.
I do, actually.
You know, it's great.
Yeah,
And the
really
shoe shine service, it really is worth it. It really is.
And although I don't always go concierge class with celebrity, if the deal's good, I will, and that is a really good price on that one tonight. Don't forget, if you do want to book any cruise, it's a free phone number, 0800 840 1088, or of course, you can log onto our website as well. But our next cruise has the biggest saving tonight. Let me just check with the team upstairs. I'm right in saying this one has a saving of £3,750. Yeah, seriously, £3,750. That is the saving that you're getting tonight off the original brochure prices.
You could go on another couple of cruises with that, couldn't you?
Couldn't you?
It's incredible. Or buy yourself a car.
It's one of the biggest savings we've ever had.
It's incredible. It's really good.
Anyway, you went on board recently, didn't you?
Oceania, absolutely, yeah, fantastic brand, and we're going to show you a little bit of me tottering around, I think.
We are.
Launched in 2011, the Marina was Oceania Cruises' first new build, and at 66,000 tonnes but with only 1,200 guests, she offers an unparalleled chic and spacious environment where the comfort and intimacy of a small ship experience is magically expanded into a beautiful and sophisticated luxury hotel at sea. When you cruise with Oceania, unlimited complimentary soft drinks, bottled water, specialty coffees, teas and juices are all included in the price on every sailing. There are 9 different lounges and bars to experience on board Marina, from the intimate 007 cocktails and live music of martinis to the poolside alfresco setting of waves. But if, like me, you're a lover of the grape, then there's no finer choice than here in La Reserva. From the traditional Italian food of Toscana to the classic American steakhouse Polo Grill, this is a foodie's heaven where your taste buds will say thank you after every meal. Oceania spend more on food than any other line, and I love the fact that all the main restaurants also offer Canyon Ranch Spa Club cuisine, meaning that taste is not compromised by even the strictest diet. Now I'm about to go into Red Ginger, which was recently voted the best restaurant at sea. Its menu of Thai, Vietnamese, Japanese and Indonesian food is one of the world's best. But whatever you do, don't forget the nightly offering in the theatre. Comedians, stars of the West End and Broadway, and a superb selection of inventive shows that will literally leave you shouting, "Encore!" Elsewhere, you can dance the night away in Horizons or be serenaded by what many have described as the finest orchestra at sea. Oceania's suites feature oversized living and dining areas, as well as marble and granite-clad bathrooms and bathtubs. And the suites literally elevate seagoing opulence to new levels with custom Empire-style furnishings and iconic designs from Ralph Lauren Home, and of course the brilliance of contemporary designer Dakota Jackson.
Because I was very lucky enough to go on a cruise with Oceania a couple of years ago, and it was outstanding.
You loved it, didn't you?
I really did.
And they're known for their food. You know, I mean, we're talking 6-star cruising now, and those wonderful restaurants that you can go and choose to eat in, when you want. No extra supplements for eating in those restaurants.
It was amazing. And what is really nice about this cruise, it actually is featuring some of the best parts of the British Isles. And I think for those of you that don't want to, fly long haul or even go on a flight at all, this allows you to really see so much of the British Isles.
It does.
So
Most of us haven't explored our own front doorstep, Sean. It's such a shame. So, North Sea cruising out of Southampton before we go to Newcastle. This delightful blend of modern and ancient. It's one of the liveliest cities in northern England. It dates back to the 11th century. You can maybe even get a glimpse of the Angel of the North. Of course, one of Gormley's masterpieces. Go through to the Baltic Centre for Contemporary Art. Or just stroll on the river, under the Tyne Bridge itself. Frog on my Tyne, as Gazza said. OK, then you're going through to Edinburgh. This is an amazing city. You can stroll the Georgian and Victorian architecture, see the impressive castle high on its volcanic crag on Arthur's Seat, which you're getting a picture of there. Walk down the medieval Royal Mile, go and have a shop for a kilt, maybe try some haggis, and see the famous cathedral where John Knox once preached, one of the famous Protestant reformers. OK, then the North Sea cruising before we go through to Belfast, an incredible city stretching on both sides of the River Lagan, Victorian and Edwardian buildings again, many ships, great ships built here, of course, including Titanic, and you can go to the amazing Titanic experience, and I recommend you do that, or go through from there and experience the Giant's Causeway or the Carrick-a-Reedy Rope Bridge. Then we're going from Belfast which is incredible. Definitely go to Titanic Memorial if you can. And then back over to Glasgow, back to Scotland. This is a great city, of course, laying on the River Clyde. Again, many great ships built here. The original Queen Mary, one of the most recent ones. And the only cathedral in Scotland to have survived the Reformation intact is here. It's a beautiful 12th century medieval church that I recommend. But Glasgow is a great city, and it's great for shopping as well. Really good for loads of bargains in Glasgow. Then we're through to Liverpool. I love the Albert Dock here, you know, where Michael Fish used to do all the weather reporting and jump around there. You've got the Beatles story as well. You've got great ancient cathedrals as well. And you've got the Lake District on your front doorstep. So normally they do tours out to there, the Lake District as well. Then we're going through to Dublin, this gracious and cosmopolitan city sitting on the River Liffey. You can call this almost a tour of the great rivers of the UK as well. St Patrick's Cathedral, Trinity College, the Guinness Storehouse, go and try some of the black stuff, and see Dublin Castle as well, which dates back to the 13th century. Dublin, very, very friendly city again, great party atmosphere. Just sitting in one of the coffee houses is a great way. I've wiled away the time. Holyhead next, we're going over to Wales, charming towns and farms, the Carnarvon Castle, which dates back to 1283, and again, this wonderful Welsh hills just to explore there, and maybe have some a Welsh breakfast.
Jim, there's so many places I'm ashamed to have not visited on this cruise.
It's incredible, isn't it? This is why you need to do it. Waterford's next, go back over to Ireland. Tipperary, it's a long way there, and it's a great chance for you to discover the art and skill involved in producing the elegant Waterford crystal. I used to ride past this on my motorbike when I was visiting friends in Ireland, and it's an incredible place, beautiful part of the world, and you can head out to amazing pieces of countryside like this, maybe even nip through to Blarney and kiss the Blarney Stone if you've got enough time. And then finally, Portland, situated on a stunning Jurassic coast, wreckers country, tiny coves, secret paths. It's your gateway to Thomas Hardy's Dorchester, and of course Stonehenge. It's a beautiful final port that before you go back to Southampton. What a cruise, Sean! What an amazing cruise!
And bear in mind, this is 5-star luxury. You will have a veranda for this price, free drinks and free tips throughout those 12 nights. And the most opulent, stunning atmosphere and ambience. And so the specialty restaurants are just incredible.
The food is stunning. They have their own farms that produce the food for them. They ship it in, and it's amazing.
And we should say we have a great relationship with Oceania. So this deal is exclusive to Planet Cruise. You'll get the free upgrade from Ocean View to Veranda, a free drinks package. That's always nice. Free tips as well. My advice, whenever you're cruising from Southampton, we've got an excellent relationship with the Meon Valley Marriott, so we can actually allow you to stay there from £75 per person per night. That includes parking and return port transfers, of course, as well. And this is one of the biggest savings we've seen in the last several years here on the show, a saving of over £3,750 off that brochure price. Wow. Now, Keith and I, we're going to be live at the holiday show.
Week on Sunday, the 28th. It's free. Come along and meet us. Over 30 cruise lines going to be there as well. Loads of exclusive deals that you can only get on the day. And a Q&A, Sean, with you and me.
I know. It's going to be such a... We had such a laugh last year.
We really did.
And you're going to get some exclusive deals as well. But we'd love to meet you. We'd love to have some pictures taken with you. And so we will be doing a live question and answer session as well. But so we had a fab time last year. I do think that picture looks a bit odd of me, Nieuw.
It does. You look a little bit shocked, and it's almost like a puppeteer and a puppet.
It is, isn't it?
I'm the puppeteer. I think you're the puppet, aren't you? Kind of like, ooh, what's
but
going
anyway, do send your cruising questions to us. hello@planetcruise.co.uk. But we're going to have a great time, so register right now. Anyway, and send your questions in. But whenever we get Shane Riley with us on the sofa, we know we've got a massive deal come up from Princess.
Oh,
Shane,
you're too kind. Well, there's an image.
True.
I sit down and you're talking about an image of one of you being a puppet and the other being a puppet master, so I don't know what's going on.
Well, we're
Shane,
Princess.
nice to see you.
Nice to see you,
Princess
Sean.
Cruises, Shane.
Princess Cruises.
Yeah.
We even
Look
got
at
a
this.
ship in front of
The
us.
real
Look at
princess.
this. So I think it's my 10th show, so it's your 400th show. It's my 10th. So we got cake and balloons and we're really going for
The
it.
only thing we needed you on the beach with us, didn't we?
Yeah. My agent wouldn't allow you to create a model of me, unfortunately.
People on Twitter actually thought it was you in the yellow pants.
I hope there was a thinner, good-looking one. Awkward for everyone.
But I just can't look at that image anymore. Shane, on a serious note, you've brought us a fantastic offer tonight with Princess. haven't you?
We always joke it's a 7-hour round trip for me to come here for 4 or 5 minutes, but it's worth it because we could put some really great deals together, and we work very closely with Planet Cruise. So we've managed to put an incredible deal together for this evening, which starts off in the wonderful Sin City of Las Vegas. So what better place to start a cruise? So to start your holiday in Las Vegas.
I know. Well, this, of course, is, as you rightly said, Sin City. It's the place to go and enjoy so many amazing shows. You know, whether you want to go and see the Blue Man Group in their original home, whether you want to go and see one of the biggies, Gloria Estefan or Celine Dion performing for you, it's an incredible chance to basically. You know, wake up in Paris, brunch under the Eiffel Tower, bump into Superman on the way to dinner in New York, and watching an erupting volcano at sunset. You've got the Hoover Dam as well that you can go and visit. That's a great thing to head out to. And make sure you go and see the Bellagio Fountain show as well. It's free. And they're on there every kind of 15-30 minutes. They kind of come out and do the dancing shows outside the Bellagio. There's loads of great things to do in this city. You won't be bored.
I mean, I love just wandering around the different hotels. Just spending time.
Well, this is it. The hotels themselves are so stunning architecturally.
It's the only place in the world you would go and say, I'm going to walk around the hotels, and you've got a couple of brand new features. So you can now zip line down the Fremont Street. So you come out and they open these curtains and you zip line above everybody's heads down Fremont Street. So incredible experience, not for the faint-hearted. And you can also enjoy the Las Vegas Eye, as I call it. So the biggest Ferris wheel in the world. So it makes the London Eye in London obviously look a little bit weedy compared to the Las Vegas experience. So incredible. But that is the start of the holiday. So
3 nights there. Then, of course, you're transferred from the hotel to the airport. You fly over to San Francisco, and you embark this fabulous ship, the Grand Princess, for, of course, this amazing cruise. So let's talk about Princess. I've just booked a cruise with Princess because your reputation is incredible.
Yes, we do have an incredible reputation, and people do come back to us time and time again. And we make our passengers feel like they're coming home to us. Our ships are all very familiar. The fleet is very consistent, so you'll experience the signature features such as movies under the stars, our famous Piazza, which is an Italian-inspired street entertainment area where you can enjoy your coffee and watch entertainment shows take place. And every single item on board our ships, the food-wise, is made fresh from scratch on board. So for some guests, it's the first time they're experiencing food made from scratch, and that goes down to every single item. So even down to croissants in the morning, we make 8,000 croissants every single day, 80 different types of bread, and 9,000 bread rolls every single day. So when you're tucking into that, just think of the operation that goes into making these things fresh from scratch every single time.
How about the eggs? Are they laid fresh on board? Or?
We do. I used to do a joke about lobsters coming on board fresh, but they kept giving it all that, so we had to stop the lobsters. So yeah, but the food is absolutely incredible on board. So it's one of the main reasons that people travel with us, I think, is just because of how fresh the cuisine is, and you get to experience. And you also have an opportunity to do a galley tour, and you get to experience just the magic that goes into creating the pastries and the kind of cakes and desserts that you're going to be experiencing throughout. So the food is incredible.
So those first few days at sea, you will really enjoy great food, great service, lots to do, of course.
Yeah, and I think the great thing about this is you've experienced Las Vegas, so you've had a busy time in Las Vegas without a doubt. There's a lot of sightseeing, a lot of things to do. Join the ship, relax. You're home now, let Princess take care of you, let our crew, let my friendly colleagues on board really take care of you every whim, and they'll make sure that you're relaxing, escape completely, and then we start hinting some of the islands in Hawaii. So this is where Keith comes in.
Yeah, okay, so your first port of call is Kauai. The port is called Nawili Wili. I used to love announcing that before we arrived there. You're spending a day in Nawili Wili, ladies and gentlemen. It's called Garden Island, and that gives you enough of an idea. This is the first meeting place, of course, with Captain James Cook and the locals. It's an incredible island. It's where they film things like Jurassic Park, King Kong, and the TV series Lost. And it's a stunning chance to relax on the beach, head into the jungled interior, or maybe if you can, pay for the helicopter and go out and just go across the island. It's stunning. Okay, then we're going through to Hilo. This is the big island of Hawaii. Paradise black sand beaches, tropical rainforests, volcanic mountains. You can climb Mauna Loa, which is the largest mountain on the planet, and these wonderful bleak lava fields that stretch out beneath it. It's 14,000 foot high. It's the only place it snows in Hawaii. And you've also got a great chance from there to see the picturesque Rainbow Falls. This is a great place to go hiking, to go snorkeling, to go kayaking amidst the waterfalls and these wonderful scenery. Then we're going through to Maui, Lahaina. This is my favourite because it's the humpback country, very shallow waters around the island. The humpbacks come and play. Go and do a tour and see them jumping and playing in the water. It will take your breath away. Or hire a Harley Davidson or a car and do the road to Hannah, a winding drive, 600 curves, 54 bridges, famous for its unspoilt beauty, probably the most picturesque road tour in the world. Then through to Honolulu, we know Honolulu. The state capital, of course, a fantastic opportunity for you to go through up to the great sightseeing area of Diamond Head, and from there look across the whole island. But if you can, I would recommend taking a bit of a chance to pay your respects and go through to Pearl Harbor, the Punch Bowl, and do the history tour there, because it really is quite mesmerising, and it really helps you pay your respects to the sacrifice that was made. But it's an incredible place to do whatever you want. And then relaxing days at sea.
Yeah, Shane, again, we've got 4 days at sea. What kind of things would happen?
So again, yes, some really nice time to be able to relax at sea. So again, we had Vegas, and we've had relaxation, then we've gone to the islands, now we've got relaxation on the way back. And the great thing about it is we do have an extensive entertainment program that will be taking place in the daytime, so you can do as much or as little as you'd like. One of my personal favourites is you can go and enjoy a complimentary British-style pub lunch. So go and have a ploughman's lunch and a pint in one of our bars. You can go to one of our guest lectures, perhaps, or you can go to actually meet some of our cast from the singers and dancers and really get to understand how we put our amazing production shows together. But one of the key things about Princess is we do visit more ports of call than any other cruise line, and what we make sure that we do is bring those ports of call on board the ship as much as possible. So when you're sailing to and from Hawaii, you will really get a sense that you're experiencing those destinations. So we have locals that come on board and help you make some of the Hawaiian lays, and you get to understand the cultural relevance of them. They bring ukuleles on board so you can try some of the local instruments, and we will have a full festival on board as well. So when they're sailing back, all the skills that you've learned in Hawaii, you'll be putting those into practice as we're sailing back to the home port of the ship. So it's really great experience.
It's an incredible. I've done this many times, this particular cruise, and it is great. And like when you do relay making, you know, it's an incredible thing to do. It really is very beautiful. You've got a final port of call, which is Ensenada in Mexico, just 90 miles south of San Diego, known as the Cinderella of the Pacific. Great chance also to go whale watching or do a local wine tour, and then you're back home.
Yeah. We were working out just even the flights alone, and your Las Vegas stay. What would you be paying? But we have got an incredible exclusive offer tonight. So let's just break it down again. First of all, the price that is only, and I say only, when you're looking at the length of this and the places you're visiting, $1,679. Return flights from London Heathrow are included, plus all your overseas transfers. But we can, of course, find you flights from most UK airports. We're going to include 3 nights in the Luxor Hotel in Las Vegas, a fantastic hotel, and only a deposit needed on selected departure dates. We should say, by the way, we could change this for you. So if you wanted to spend longer in Las Vegas or you wanted to stay in San Francisco, we could actually do that for you. We can make anything possible.
Even New York, and then fly over from New York and stay on the ship. You know, that's what we do. We tailor-make holidays for you.
But I do know last time Shane was with us with this offer, it was one of the top sellers, wasn't it?
Absolutely. It does very well for us, this one, and we worked very hard to make sure that we've got a very keen price point on this one. So I've driven 7 hours round trip today to make sure we bring you the best deal. So it is an incredible deal. And 400 shows later, you guys look like you've been doing it before, so you're getting there.
We're
making presenters out of who you get, really. So you'll do for me.
Shane, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
I've got my cruise with you in 3 weeks' time.
We'll look after you, I'm sure we will. You will come back new.
I'm really excited, actually. Anyway, let's also give you the prices for the alternative dates on this one as well. So we've got dates right the way through from September through to January of next year as well. And we have got some great prices on the Ocean View and the balcony. But don't forget that lead date there is, of course, the 22nd of November, and that price at just $1,679. Well, I think that one's going to really quickly, actually. Now, Keith, we've still got 2 cruises coming up, haven't we?
We do. This next one is Holland America, so 5-star American cruise line with a great history, and this is the New Amsterdam's their flagship.
Ooh, well, let's take you on board and talk you through.
Yeah.
So this is their flagship?
It is, yeah, and all their flagships are, called the New Amsterdam. They're beautiful, and the great thing about this is it's 5 stars, Sean, and they've been doing it for so long. So again, you've got a great focus on a real beautiful ship for you to explore. You can go and get an iPod from the reception, and then you can walk around and it will show you around the ship and what you're looking at, because they spend millions on artwork. You've got loads of open deck space for you to relax, great gyms, you've got great entertainment on board. You've also got a chance just to literally sit in one of the many bars, try some of the cocktails. It's always recommended, we always say, to get one of the drinks packages if you like to have a drink. It always works out to be good value. And then you've got all the extra restaurants as well on board. So places like Canaletto's, where you get their wonderful kind of Italian cuisine and the pastas and the pizzas. Then you've got Mix. This is the new bar concept, 3 bars in one. Great chance for cocktails, also for champagne and for craft beers. And it's a really good social hub of the ship. It's always got a feeling of busyness, but it's never too crowded. And again, great shows for you to watch. Remember, again, if you priced everything you do on a day on board a ship independently in London or one of the cities around the UK, you would be amazed at the savings you're making, because you go and see West End style shows in the evening, it's all included in the price, along with the excellent cuisine and this amazing cabin that you're going to get to relax in.
Now, we should say, actually, both Keith and I, when we saw the price on this, we were very surprised, because the lead date is the 13th of July, and that is one of the most expensive dates on the calendar, isn't it?
Yeah, it's bang back in the in the middle of summer. It's
Yeah,
brilliant.
and that's a really expensive time to get away. This is under £950, and that's for an ocean view, and you are away for 40 nights. If I remember rightly, and I'll check this, but I think the saving is around about £1,600 on this one. Yeah,
Tell us our 400th show, can't you?
I know, massive.
Well, all these savings.
Yes, £1,600 has been taken off the price right now. So let's show you. We're going to be cruising to and from. So it starts off with the flight to Venice.
That's
and we
right.
get 2 nights there.
Two
don't
nights
we?
in Venice to explore this wonderful city, over 150 canals, 400 bridges, one of the most romantic cities, of course. The great Casanova was a famous resident, and many others. My sister, of course, is another famous resident of this particular beautiful part of the world. And you can ride in a gondola. You can go see Marina or Burano, the famous lace and glass-making islands.
I think what's so nice, Kit, I did a cruise out of Venice, but I literally arrived in Venice and I was straight out, whereas we get 2 nights in a 4-star hotel.
You do, and then right in the centre, good opportunity for you to enjoy this Venice Majesty. So it's just a short journey over into Venice, and then once you're there, just get lost. That's my advice in Venice, because there's so much to see, and you'll find a little piece of it just for you. And if you get a chance, go over to the Lido, which is where Lord Byron used to swim, and it's a great place to get local food. If you're going to eat out, go to the Lido. Okay, then we get a day at leisure. You've got a couple of days at leisure there. Then you get on board the ship for 12 nights cruising on board New Amsterdam. First thing you do is you have a relaxing day at sea, and you sail right down the Adriatic, and then you hit Greece, Katakalon. This is your chance to go through to ancient Olympia. It's the birthplace of the Olympic Games. It's where the Olympic flame is lit every Olympic year, and it's a great chance maybe to go out and see how olive oil was produced, go and see one of the local wine vineyards on the island, or this part of Greece, or just go and trace back the roots of Olympia. Then we're going through to Athens. Now, I've already talked about Athens, so I won't repeat myself on that, but an amazing city. Before you then head through the Aegean, up through the Dardanelles, the Straits of Trinakli, they're also called, from the Sea of Marmara into Istanbul, this amazing city.
Honestly, I've cruised down here. The experience is incredible.
It's still one of my favourite places, Sean, and I would do commentaries, get everyone up on deck, see this amazing place. Absolutely. It's split by 2 different continents. You've got Asia to the right, you've got Europe to the left, you've got
And
the
it
Blue
does look
Mosque.
so different, doesn't it?
So different, so different. The Bosphorus splits it, and then you've got the European section split by the Golden Horn as well, and you dock by the Golden Horn, and you can go and see the Hagia Sophia, one of the great Christian cathedrals, which was turned into a mosque, and they've peeled it back and seen the ancient frescoes of the wall. Hear the call to prayer, go and haggle in the Grand Market, see how the Sultan's harem lived in the Topkapi Palace. Go and enjoy it, but the best thing to do, the Roman aqueducts are stunning. Okay, then we're going through from there to the island of Lesbos. This is an incredible chance for you to see real Greece, where life revolves around a village square. It's like stepping back in time. This is also the best place to get a glass of ouzo, the favoured spirit that Greece is famous for, which of course is famous because it's really originated in Lesbos. This is the place to get it from. Then you're going through to Kusadasi. We've already talked about Kusadasi. It's your chance to go through to the ancient city of Ephesus. And then we're going through to Santorini. Probably, again, along with Istanbul, one of the greatest sailings you'll ever experience. A hollowed-out volcano full of water with these sugar cube houses clinging to the top of the roof. Walk along the volcanic rim between the towns, from Thera through to Oya. Go and get a fish supper in Amalfi Bay. Try some of the sweet local wine and just admire the views. It will take your breath away. They reckon it's the site for the lost city of Atlantis. And then over to Kefalonia, which again we've already talked about, the world of Captain Corelli's mandolin opening up before you for a relaxing day at sea before back to Venice. And you even get another overnight on board in Venice then. So if you haven't had enough of Venice, you'll get another helping at the end.
I honestly think this is one of the best offers that we've ever had from Holland America.
Amazing itinerary, Sean. Really, really.
It really is, isn't it?
Really
And,
good.
I mean, this says everything. You've got fantastic time of year, right in the middle of July there. The extra nights in Venice, a saving of £1,600. And the ships themselves, I mean, looking at the standards, this really is 5-star at its best, isn't it?
It really, really is. And this ship, was launched in 2010, so it's still a very, very new ship.
In terms of what's included, well, upgrades, free upgrades from an inside to an ocean view. That's when you go for the 13th of July date. All of your return flights. They are available. They're based on London Gatwick, but again, we can always find you flights, generally speaking, from most UK airports. They're overnight on board in Istanbul, and look at this saving. I mean, this is really important. £1,600 off the brochure price. in fairness, just looking at the prices and other dates, they're really good across the board. So if you're thinking, oh, I can't get away in July, look at the August date, look at the September date. But you do get the free upgrade on the 13th of July to the Ocean View. Really good prices, though. Even on the veranda there, 1199. Excellent.
Remember, this is 5-star.
Wow.
5 stars. Really, really good.
Anyway, our final cruise is with Viking River Cruises. They've only recently come on the show, and the response has been great.
Amazing.
Hasn't it?
We featured this about 2 or 3 weeks ago, Sean, and it sold so well.
Yeah.
It's just the phones were red hot. So again, we've got another great chance for you to get hold of this, but we haven't got a lot left. So I would advise you get in really, really quick.
Well, it's called the Imperial Jewels of China from Shanghai. Here's a taster.
So this is giving you an idea now of where you're going to go and what you're going to see right the way down the Yangtze, this beautiful imagery. And of course with Viking River Cruises, you really have got what they call the Viking difference. You know, they've won Best River Cruise Line for the prestigious British Travel Awards for the 5th year in a row.
Really?
That shows you how much we're talking about here. This is the most luxurious ship on the Yangtze, and some of the places it goes to are going to blow your mind.
See, I've never done a river cruise, but if I was going to do one, this looks incredible,
It's
actually.
really great.
So, it starts off with a flight to Shanghai.
That's
doesn't it?
right, that's right. And then you're going to have a 2-night stay there in Shanghai. And again, great place in East Asia. It's known as a city on the sea. 23 million people call it home. You'll see them practicing Tai Chi in the early morning under the shadow of the Jade Buddha. You can explore the 16th century Union Garden, which is right in the old centre of the city, past shaded paths of brimming with bright orange carp and exquisite rockeries. That's it there. Really gorgeous. But it's an incredible place. Try some of the local dim sum. You'll see the locals queuing up for it. Dim sum, a little Chinese dumplings.
I've had them.
Really incredible.
I bet these are better than the ones I've had.
Really, yeah. And you get a tour here. You get a tour of old Shanghai. You get with a lunch in a local restaurant, and you get to see the world famous Shanghai acrobatic troupe, all included in the price. The great thing you'll see about this cruise is that the drinks and all the tours are included in the price that you're seeing there.
And even your free airport parking as well.
Incredible, isn't it? Okay, then you transfer from the hotel to the airport. You'll fly through to Wuhan, and there you get a museum visit before you board the Viking River Cruises Viking Emerald for 5 nights on board the ship. Okay, this is amazing because you're going to get a chance now to head through to your first port of call, Yunnan, and here you get to go and see a local elementary school sponsored by Viking River Cruises. So you're really getting to meet the people. You know, this isn't, you know, you won't feel so much like a tourist. You get to really experience the local people.
Well, can we actually have a look at the ship itself?
Yeah,
the
of
Viking
course.
Emerald?
Absolutely. I think it's important that we do that, Sean. And you're going to see this ship. It accommodates only 256 guests.
Really?
With full veranda, hotel-style beds in every stateroom. It's a fully English-speaking crew. And it's the most, one of the most sophisticated ships sailing in the region, built with these wide-open decks for spectacular views. You know, these floor-to-ceiling windows. Cultural immersion's part of the voyage. So you have traditional artists travelling on board with you. You're seeing them there, doing some of their artwork. Learn maybe how to write in Chinese. You have an actual local tailor who travels with you as well, who will make you garments while you're on board.
Really?
Yeah, that's right. Local dishes and Western influences dishes provided for you. So when you sail down a particular region, so in other words, you know, when you go through a region of China, that particular region would be brought onto your plate in the evening, which is quite incredible. And again, these are the largest suites in river cruising on the Yangtze. Every suite includes a veranda. It's incredible. They're known for their food. They're known for their service. They're known for going out of their way to look after you. And again, we're talking marble floors, crystal chandeliers, a 5-story atrium. It's a beautiful, elegant ship, and you're going to be really beautifully looked after. And again, whatever you ask for, they really do look after you.
I didn't present the show in this last feature, but I can see why it was a top seller. Yeah,
yeah, it really was.
I'm sat here wanting to book it.
I know, and we've only just started.
I
okay,
know.
So literally, where we were at Yunnan before.
Yes, we were.
Okay, you go and see that elementary school sponsored by Viking River Cruises. You're greeted and entertained by the children. Then you return to your ship, another 150 miles travelling through the most scenic stretch of the Yangtze, past these limestone ridges known as the Three Gorges. And you've got these wonderful gorges that are one of the most picturesque places. And then you've got this huge dam. And we go through the dam, and then you see the longest of the 3 gorges there. After lunch, you disembark for a tour of the Three Gorges Dam. You learn about this immense masterpiece, and it's absolutely incredible. Then you go to the lesser 3 gorges in China. This is day 7 now. During breakfast, you cruise through the Witch's Gorge, known for its magnificent scenery. And then you board a smaller boat for an excursion through the lesser gorges, so you really get to explore them in detail. And then again, you continue to cruise along through this area before you go through to Shibuya in China on day 8, which you can see on the map there. Here you can visit this amazing temple, 12-storey pavilion dating back to 1650. You've also got a chance to, again, enjoy a local lunch where the food is brought on board for you, and then sail down the Yangtze River. Then you go through to Chongqing. Here you disembark, you tour the city, and then you transfer. Let's talk about the tour first of all in Chongqing, because it's quite incredible. This is the largest city in Western China. You can visit Chongqing Zoo, see the giant pandas. This is your chance to go and see the giant pandas. It's beautifully endangered species, and go and see them in their own home. And you can also from here see again the cultural history of the different temples and architecture, but really it's all about the pandas here. Then you're getting back to the airport. You're flying to Chiang, okay, and
then you've got a 2-night stay in a hotel there, haven't you?
You do, yeah. And this is incredible, because this is your chance, really, to go and see the Terracotta Warriors and also the Great Wall of China. So just look at the images now. These are all the things you want to do in China, all the things that make you want to go to China. You're going to get to do on this one cruise.
And I love the fact that everything has been organised so precisely for you.
Absolutely everything. You know, these warriors over 2,000 years old. Everyone is different, Sean. You know, and some of them were found in over 300 pieces. They've been put back together, and again, they honour the emperor. And then, of course, you can walk that amazing wall that was once guarded by over 1 million soldiers. Then you're going to transfer from the airport. You're going to fly from Chiang to Beijing. Then you get 3 nights in Beijing. One of those places you've got to see before you die. It's China's capital. And here, again, you know, the Great Wall of China on your front doorstep. You've got, you know, the Summer Palace that you can go and explore. And, of course, you have the wonderful chance of seeing the ancient dynasty of the tombs of basically Tiananmen Square and the Forbidden City. So it's an incredible chance.
It's a trip of a lifetime. So everything's been planned for you perfectly. And bearing in mind that the price on this, I think, outstanding.
It's outstanding.
Value.
I mean, that there's Tiananmen Square. You know, that they reckon it can hold 1 million people, 1 square. Can you imagine that? It's
Wow.
ridiculous. It's
Can't imagine that.
It's hundreds and hundreds of football pitches put together. You know, for you to go there and then go inside the ancient palace and these huge 26-foot high walls as you walk inside and see all these palaces. And then you have an option if you want to go and enjoy Peking opera. And have and of course some Peking duck as traditional Chinese theatre. There's an option there for you to pay for to go and do that as well. But everything else is included in the price that you're seeing on the screen.
Well, let's just take on board the Viking Emerald one final time. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to give us a call on that free phone number 0800 840 1088. I'm amazed how beautiful the ship is. I just didn't imagine River Cruise would be that opulent, Keith.
It really, really is, and this is why Viking have done so well, Sean, because they're a 5-star line, and they've been around since 1997, and in that time they've shot to the top of their game.
Well, first of all, these are the extras you can get. Exclusive free £100 onboard spend per statement, and you get free Wi-Fi. I've got to mention that throughout the ship as well. All of your return flights are included with no supplements for regional departures. Wow, that's good as well. No extra, money.
Fly from anywhere in the UK.
Wow.
I mean, it's stunning, isn't it? It really is stunning.
And you've got also the 2-night stay in first-class hotels in Shanghai, Xi'an there, and of course all of your tours. We are giving you, Viking have only recently joined us on the show, so we are getting some fantastic offers. This one, there's a bit of an urgency to book this because you have got huge savings of £1,000 off the brochure price, but the offer expires on the 30th of June, so the end of this month the offer will expire. Now, we've had loads of sellouts already. I'm going to let you know on many of the dates. Some of the veranda prices have sold out, but we have got some of the different categories of veranda available and the junior suites as well. But we have had loads of sellouts on that one. It's been a massive success. You can still get that veranda at 2289 if you book the 18th of November. But I would book that tonight. Just bear in mind, I suppose, there's only, did you say about 250 passengers on board?
256 passengers on board, so it's a really small, intimate atmosphere. And again, great guest lecturers on board, local people entertaining you, showing you the artwork, cooking for you.
I'd love to do that one. I really would. Anyway, let's remind you of everything. We had such a wide choice tonight, didn't we? We started off with Thomson, an exclusive of 649. This is exclusive to Planet Cruise. Return flights. Now, if you book flights from Gatwick, Manchester, Glasgow, East Midlands or Newcastle, they are included in the price. We have got other airports available just for a small supplement, but those 5 that are included in the price, and all of your tips and your service charges as well. We then moved on to Celebrity. Wow, we know we've got limited availability on this one. It's a 10-night Easter Med cruise from Rome. $899, you're going to get a free upgrade from Ocean View to balcony on this one, and return flights are included. Again, we can find those from most UK airports. That's really good for Celebrity at $899. Bearing in mind, this is 5-star modern luxury. Forgot to mention, each cruise has its own ID number, by the way, so to make things even easier, if you jot that down, it's 78631. You can actually pop that in our website or just give it to the cruise consultant taking your call. We then had one of the biggest savings we have ever seen on the show. This one is exclusive to Planet Cruise again. It's 1699, free upgrade from Ocean View to Veranda, free drinks package and free tips, and the saving here is £3,750 off the brochure price tonight. We then had Shane with us from Princess Cruises. Whenever Shane's with us, we know we're going to get an amazing offer. This is the 90-night Las Vegas stay and Hawaiian Islands cruise as well. All return flights, of course, are there. That 3-night stay at the Luxor Hotel in Las Vegas, and a deposit only on selected departure dates there. We then had Holland America, again a massive saving on this one of £1,600 tonight. Look at the date, peak season, 13th of July. We're going to give you a free upgrade from inside to Ocean View, return flights. You get that overnight on board in Istanbul, and again, I'll mention it one more time, a saving of £1,600. And finally, wow, Viking River Cruises are back, and look at this one, 2289. You're going to get the onboard spend, all your return flights, no supplements for regional departures there either, and all of those extra stays in Shanghai, Xi'an Beijing. All of your tours there, and a huge saving of £1,000 off the brochure price. That offer expires on the 30th of June, by the way, but we've had loads of sellouts on some of those dates there. Now, Keith and I, we're going to be with you this Friday, aren't we?
We are, that's right. We're going to have a special show where we've got the wonderful winners of the competition that we've
Yes.
got who are going to be here as well. And it's going to be
we've got a live audience,
a live audience, 12 people. And
we bet it'd be good.
We better, because otherwise they're going to heckle us. They've been given tomatoes and all sorts.
But yeah, we are going to make, it's our 400th member show this week, so we're together on Friday with a live audience. Love our cake, by the way. There we are, Keith.
There's our cake.
There you are, in the yellow.
And also, thanks a lot, yeah. I want to say hello to all these people on Twitter. Thanks so much for tweeting us, at Planet Cruise or at B for Keefe. So big hello to Daniel Burton, to Nick Tavender, to Harters, to Paul Bird, to Shah, to Andrea Pritchard, to Love to Travel, to the Real Cunard Critic, to Amanda Aston, to Apple White, to Bradford Mouse, to Sharon Veal, to Stuart Bailey, to Glynis, to Rachel Bennett, to Greg Smith, to Stu Blackburn, to Philip Perry, Stephanie, Joanne, KD and Mira. Thank you.
Hey, thank you so much. And don't forget, if you are booking a cruise tonight, you'll be entered into our prize draw to win £400 or $400 on board spend there. All the terms and conditions are on our website, of course, as well. So, Keith, we're back on Friday. We'll be cutting the cake, won't we?
We'll be cutting the cake.
Yeah, it's not all for you, by the way.
Yeah, there'll be lots of stuff going on.
We'll see you Friday.